Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello and welcome everyone. Very good evening. I wish you all a very happy festivities for the Diwali has been started. So, welcome to the second episode of NRCC Instagram Live Super Starters Residency Talks. I welcome my co-host and convener of NRCC, Dr. Soumya Sachdeva ma'am, to start the live.
Yeah, hi Drashti. I'm just waiting for Sir to join in.
All right.
He has sent a request. I'm trying to accept it.
Hi and good evening, Dinesh. And thank you, Kinnor sir.
Saying Sir is unable to join.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he has joined. Hello, Sir.
Hi,
Sir,
yeah, I am very sorry. Yeah.
No problem. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Residency Talks. I'm Dr. Soumya, and we have Dr. Drashti with us. So, I'm convener of NRCC, and Drashti is one of our members of NRCC. Today, we have Dr. Dinesh Devaraj with us. So, Sir is a dermatologist par excellence. He's having experience of 15 years in dermatology. He's practicing in Chennai. He has done fellowship in pediatric dermatology. He's also recipient of FRCP from Glasgow, and he's, as we all know, chairperson of NRCC and also secretary general of IADVL. So, Sir has a lot of accolades to his name. Welcome, Sir.
Thanks, Soumya. Thanks. I think Drashti is also there. Hi, Drashti. And
yes.
thanks for being with us. Yeah. Hi. Though I'm not able to see her actually. I'm able to see only you.
Yeah, actually, last time when we had with Dr. Rashmi ma'am, she also told me that she was able to see me only. I guess maybe they're able to see the host. I'm not sure.
Acha, acha,
But I
acha,
can
acha,
see
acha.
both.
Okay. But my voice is very much audible, right? I'm not like mute, kind of low on volume or anything like that.
No, it's perfect, and I am able to see both of you. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So
let's start. So this is basically an informal talk, and basically residents are here. A lot of people have joined. Welcome all of you, and it's nice to see you all during the Diwali festivities. In fact, so we have compiled a set of questions, and other people, whoever has joined us, you're free to ask questions. So the first question is, sir, uh, like. You are a part of you are secretary general in IADVL and you are having your own practice, so you're doing so many things. It must be very tiring, and a lot of work is involved. So how do you manage all of these things so effectively, managing your work, managing home responsibilities, and then IADVL activities? That is the first question, and that too very well.
okay. Uh, Thank you. I'm happy that you find me to be effective and find me to be managing things well. I don't know how much others would share that view, but if others do share that view, I'm pretty happy and grateful to that. Now, yes, it's a pretty tough job. It's like I've been some secretary of some other association since the year 2013, and it's been a continuous phase. I've been a secretary of Indian Society of Technology from 2013 up to 2020, and also in 2019 I took up as the secretary general of the Association of Cutaneous Surgeons of India. I also hold the post of the secretary of the Indian International Society of Dermatology. Now, all these kind of help me to prepare for the job. But the IADVL secretaryship is different ball game altogether. We are looking at nearly 15,000 strong membership, and all these association. What I was a secretary of in the past, they have been of a small scale. The work has been good, but IADVL is on a very large scale altogether. So it's a mammoth task, and the thing is basically when you start involving yourself in the task, when you start enjoying what you're doing, you don't really feel that you're doing something out of your way, or you're doing something which is troublesome or anything like that. See, the good part of is I have been blessed with a very good people around me, be it family, be it friends in IADVL. There are a lot of whole good, like for example, in my EC, in the academy, they are all people who actually make my job easier. I actually don't really put in that much of work or effort. I try to see how best I can take the help of these people, and it is these people who make me do things more efficiently. And actually, these are the people behind the whatever you say, managing it well, the show well. So a big thanks to them. So it's got basically to do with a little bit of a luck where you have some good people around you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think a leader is as good as the team, and each team member
Oh yeah,
also
very much. So,
plays
unless your team is with you and unless you carry your team with you, um, it really doesn't make anything at all.
All right. Sir, what is your favorite sub branch of dermatology? Like dermatosurgery, pediatric dermatology, dermatopathology. There are many these days.
Nothing, to be frank, nothing. It's a trick question. See, when I started, see, I really, when I was in the PG, we had a lot of focus on dermatosurgery in our department, and ours was the first department where we started hair transplantation. Way back in 2004, I was an intern that time. And as an intern only, we were exposed to hair transplant in the dermatology department. And we started the first fellowship in the a university accredited fellowship in the country in 2006 in Bangalore Medical College. So it was a part of this one, but when I came out, it was like again dermatology or aesthetic dermatology. But in the last probably 5 6 years, I've realized that I'm pretty happy with the dermatology as such. I practice everything in my center. Sorry on that. So managed to practice everything, but yes, clinical dermatology gives me a lot of. I'm happy with clinical dermatology, to be frank. In the last few years, I enjoy clinical dermatology a lot.
So, how is pediatric dermatology as a branch, as a for
It's
choosing
good.
a specialty?
It's good. Actually, uh, pediatric dermatology I took up basically because uh, there was something in China in the Kanchi Kamakoti Child Trust Hospital, and it's a prestigious institution. So that I have. To be frank, I'm not a very big uh, fond of kids, but yes, it's good. It's good. See, for me, just give me a minute. Bye. Yeah, happy Diwali. Yeah, yeah, bye, bye. No, my staff is leaving, so I'm just waving bye to all of them. So, see, one thing is good is like one thing I always look out for is how much impact or how much of change I'm able to bring about in somebody's life. Not only pediatric dermatology or anything. So I try to see that we are basically there to alleviate the sufferings, but also to kind of bring about a smile, bring about a positive change in their life, see to that there is something, some positivity in their life. So if I'm able to do that, it's good. And in pediatric dermatology, yes, making the kids smile in face of the adversity, especially this bad atopic dermatitis and things like that, it's good.
Yes, definitely. Sir, how to be a good administrator and how to be a person who can be good at administrative skills.
You need to talk well.
Dishes.
But not really. But yes, then that is something you need to, and that's something you kind of learn along the way. But the thing is basically you need to have a good team with you. So you're as good as you told, you're as good as your team is. So if you have a good team, your job is good. See, basically, take everybody. You have to listen to everybody's views. You cannot like really put your foot down and say, okay, this is my thing. And again, it's not making a show of listening to somebody's views. You have to see to that you take their views, you try to incorporate them, and if the view is not really a good one or a worthy one, you gently put it across to them. Okay, look, I value your feedback, but at the same time, this is something which we cannot really afford to do it at this point of time. So generally, most of them, see, most of the people, they would want to be heard. So you need to have a good ear also as an administrator, and your ears should be on the ground. It's not just your inner circle, your ears has to be on the ground. Talk to the common members, talk to people, so know what they want, how do they perceive the things are running around, how the what lacuna they see, and if they appreciate, what is it that they're appreciating, so you can build upon that strength. If they disagree with you, or if they see that something can be improved on, or there is something which can be changed in the scheme of things, uh, incorporate them. So taking people along is a very very good way. And it's like you always, yes, lead from the front, but it's not that you always project yourself up front and try to make a big show of what you're doing. You take people along, give everybody the due credit, make everybody feel they are important and part of the team. And of course, yes, for a team to be successful, every contribution matters. What one may perceive as insignificant may one day turn out to be the most significant contribution. So every contribution is valuable, and make every member of your team feel valued, and appreciate them for whatever they do. Yeah, so that really brings about. They may be, you may have a team where one particular member may not be really contributing well, but at some point of time, they just may come up with on some bright idea, and you will realize that okay, this is kind of a really a wonderful thing what they have suggested. Why didn't this occur to us before? So keep your ears to the ground, and take your team members along, and never run down anybody. That's a very very important thing. Never run down anybody in your life. That's not something you should be doing at all.
Hmm. Sir, many congratulations for you to win the Young Dermatologist Achievement Award by ILDS. Tell us more about it. How, you know?
See, see, this is what I was saying. Okay, see, if you look at me, uh, it's not that there are many people who have won this award globally. From India, I happen to be the first guy. But if you look at it, it's not just been because of my effort, or it's not like I have a super duper CV or anything credentials so that the just award landed on my lap. Basically, one of the main, what do you say? Uh, what I understand is one of the points which went in favor of me getting this award was one, the skins of a Rath, which I was like, it just happened. It was like, it wasn't in the scheme of things. It happened during the end of my tenure as a joint secretary. And if you look at the skins of a Rath, that was a huge success all across India. And that was one initiative which I'm very, very grateful to my president at that point of time, Dr. Ramesh, but he had just blind faith in me, no questions asked. I was just the joint secretary. I think I was 38 years of age at that particular point of time, and he just had faith in me. No questions asked, nothing. Even Dr. Umashankar was the Secretary General at that time, and I did it the way I wanted to do it. And I managed to interact with every one of the person who was involved in this, be it the driver, the cleaner. Every day I used to call up in the morning, ask about their well-being in the night, and also the dermatologist at every town or city, wherever they were stopping. I managed to interact with them. I made them feel part of the team, and they were part of the team. It was their success, actually. It was their effort, which actually contributed to the huge success. And this Kins of Rath, which is there in my CV, really helped me to bring about this. And there was one more initiative which I've been doing for many, many years, I would say. My mother happens to be a government school teacher, and she was a headmistress in a government school in Bangalore. So right during my internship and after my internship, I kind of developed a practice where, since she was HM, so she used to call me for basic health checkups of the kids and things like that. In our internship, my first posting was PNSM, so I got into the health checkup. So I kind of discussed this with her, and so I got it, and that practice kind of later on carried on in my life. So basically, wherever the opportunity presented, most of the years in the last 14 years or something, I've been in practice. I've seen to that I managed to do a camp in a government school. where me and my staff go and other people. There have been others like we have taken the help of the Chennai chapter, everything. We have involved even the IMA into this. So we go to the schools, we do health checkups, we dispense free medicines. We also kind of, if anybody requires any procedures like for viral wards or anything, we can ask them to come to the clinic free of cost. We get it out. So this is something which I've been silently carrying out, and this also kind of really added on to the thing. So the end dermatologist award is more than for your academic credentials. It is for the social responsibility that you show towards the society and the way of you giving back to the society. So if you look at it individually, per se, me alone, I wouldn't have been able to get it. So a big credit, huge credit for me getting this award goes out to again all the IADVL members and people who have been helpful to me and people who have been at some point of time part of my circle and they've initiated it, the help and the process. So that's about it. It's a good feel. So I just hope it comes. It was a pretty good feel. It was something which I kind of earnestly felt that I have a fair chance at it, and I'm happy that I got it.
Yes, sir. Sir, how is your experience with NRCC, working with NRCC this year? Rashmi ma'am has been
It's
part of it.
fabulous. That's what you're making my job easy, and Kinol is there to guide you. So actually, I don't know how much I am on the this one helping or able to do the work. But you, Soumya, being there, and I think Drashti, Vignesh, and others are all chipping in very wonderfully, and things is running very smooth, and you people are doing an absolutely good job. And I must say that it's my post is more of an ornamental post here. It is you guys who are doing everything, and you people deserve all the success. Sorry, all the credit for the success that NRCC is having, and all the good show that you have been putting up. So, big shout out to you people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. All
Yeah.
right,
So,
Dr. Vignesh. Yeah, Dr. Vignesh has asked a question. What would be an ideal ratio between administration, academics, and practice? Is there a golden ratio or something like that?
Uh, I've really never thought. I never really had any plans of anything in life or like the way things kind of have to what do you say work out this particular thing. I just go with the flow. I try to see what so it's not really, but yes, you have to. All the three are important. See, for me, my practice is my bread and butter. So I make money out of here. So it is something which I cannot compromise and I cannot give it up for any other this one because if I ignore this and concentrate more on the academics or the administration part of it, this is going to take a beat and this is not something which would really be good for the family. So see, it's basically good management. See, you try to manage things well, you try to plan out things well. How are you going to fit in things? What are you going to do? So every possible small time you try to squeeze in. I actually from 7:30 I was sitting in one Zoom meeting actually. This Zoom meeting was supposed to be get over at 9 o'clock. Luckily, it just got over much before time. So there's nothing like golden ratio as such, Vignesh. I think once you're in the job, the ratio itself kind of works out.
sir, residency at your time and current time, do you see there is any difference? Do you feel current residents are lacking in anything, or
No,
what is?
not at all. Actually, my time, I am not that old, Soumya. When we talk
No,
about
no,
my
I
time.
don't mean that. I mean, like, currently the focus of residency also changes as the years go by. Now there is
Yes,
this
that's a very
child.
important thing, and yes, I'm glad you asked this. So that's the reason. So I have a wonderful president, and I have been always been lucky enough to have wonderful presidents who have been
No, no,
extremely supportive. Uh,
I think
no,
it's
no, I'm coming to the point. You're talking about how it has changed, right?
the residency, sir.
Oh,
Residency.
oh, you thought
residency.
resident.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. That's what I was asking. Okay,
No, no, I
residency.
was
I'm old
talking
enough
about
to talk
resident.
about that.
Like,
Okay.
current
Uh,
residents, are they missing
yeah.
out of some things which were there last or earlier, or something like that?
I really don't know because see the problem is I'm not in a medical college now. The best interaction I'm having with the residents is through you and other people like Drashti or Vignesh and others. So I really don't know. But what one thing I've seen in the last 5 6 years is everybody seems to be in a bit of a hurry actually for things. In our times, we were not really hankering after things to happen. At the same time, it's not like we were laid back and we were not like ambitious and things like that. We were ambitious, but we were patient enough actually. Uh, I don't see patience in these days, young kids. That's something really not so nice. And one thing I would like really to bring about is like sometimes the like whenever I used to write, I remember the secretary during that time, my residency time was my HOD, Dr. Sachidanand. And so again, anyway, we had to write a pretty long email. And also, Dr. Kaushik Lahiri was the secretary. So whenever we used to write a mail, we used to kind of address it properly. When I say address it, it's not like you're going to use fancy terms like respected and things like that. No, that's not really needed. Like, whom are you writing the letter to? And what do you want? And what is the issue? This is something which we were very clear on. These days, everybody, they are in a hurry even to write an email. They just say, hi. They just write one sentence and they expect you to decipher the whole thing, like Vignesh, we are like Sherlock Holmes condoms, nah? Like that. They expect you to decipher and they expect you to write them back an answer. So not only that, the success also once they pass out of the PG, they think, okay, I'm going to become an overnight success. If they don't get an overnight success thing, they are like pretty dejected. They start comparing themselves with others. This is something of late I am seeing increasingly in a lot of youngsters, and I don't think this is a pretty healthy trait. And I don't know how much social media is to blame for this, because you always see the person's best side on social media. You never see the trials and tribulations a person undergoes or the failures a person undergoes. Now, if I am sitting in this position or whatever I am doing, there have obviously been a lot of hardships involved, a lot of sacrifices to be made. So this part people don't realize. They say, okay, fine, this person has done this, this person is enjoying, so why am I not able to do that? And that is really not good trait. So one thing at all, if at all, the response I would want to give is say is like, yes, please be patient. You really see everybody is entitled to success in life. It's like the story of Obama and Donald Trump. Obama became the president at an younger age. Donald Trump became a president at a late age, and Biden became a president at much later age. Right? Everybody's got their own time frame and things like that. Enjoy life. Be contented with life. Just put in your work. You need to really put in your work. You need to really work hard. There is no second thought about this. No subject. I hear a lot of disturbance. Is it from me or from whom is it?
No idea.
I
Exactly.
think right.
It's
So there's
fine
no.
by my side actually.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know. So yeah. So there's no real substitute to hard work and all, and there is no such thing as what do you say? I got lucky. Yes, there are some things which you may get lucky. You being blessed with good friends, coming across beautiful, wonderful people in your life. You may be blessed with such things, but for success there is no shortcut. There is no luck or anything. It's like every other person. It's like always. Yeah, you remember Amitabh Bachchan also. Amitabh Bachchan gave a string of flops, and then he became a superstar,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
this is something I think youngsters need to imbibe. Be prepared for failures. Be prepared for hardships. Be prepared to give up something. Be prepared for sacrifices, and you'll really success even much better when you do this. And please work hard. I'm sure everybody works hard, but the patience needs to be there.
Right.
I
Definitely.
hope my
So
reference.
there's a question.
Uh, tell me, ma.
There's a question from the audience. Dr. Shubhashri Sarkar has asked that
Uh-huh.
as someone who is doing their residency from an institute where the academics or facilities are not as developed, What can we do
Okay.
as residents, academics wise, to be at par with our colleagues? I think IDVL
See,
has a lot of things for that.
yeah, exactly. See, build up your circle. See, it's like the priorities of your college or of your faculty may be different. So you may feel that you're not getting the attention that you deserve to get, or you're not getting the support that you need to get. But that's fine. Like life is never fair to anybody, and yeah, this is something which you need to never think life to be fair. Life is never fair to anyone. Okay. So basically, build up your circle. Like you have the NRCC, you interact with people, you know people, talk with them, discuss with them. You get so many new ideas. It's only when you share ideas, you get a lot of things. So talking with people, networking is very, very, very important. Networking is so basically when you are in such a situation, try to develop a network where you can join with hands with people. If you feel again in a college, join hands with your pathology department. Try to see what they're doing and try to see if you could do something like papers on dermatopathology or some other department. Something you will have the pharmacology department somewhere. Something you can bring up a study. There will be some like-minded person or some person who's academically inclined in the entire institution. So you can always do that. In case even that is not possible, your best thing is NRCC. NRCC is always there, and NRCC is always going to kind of see to that they give the guidance and put you across to the right people.
Yes,
And nowadays, we are having a lot of webinars. IDVL is doing tremendous work. Like every topic, I see a webinar every few days. So I think those who are not having that much of academics, they can always learn through these webinars, and most of them are also online, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, 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 yeah. See, teaching is like you can learn it like see. Always think that whatever you get in life is a bonus. Your hard work is the main thing. You get good teachers, it's a bonus. You get good people who are there to support you, it's a bonus. But you are on your own. This is the bottom line.
Right.
So you will enjoy it. So if you don't get, you're not going to be disappointed over it.
okay.
But there are I know there are some HODs who really push their students really like really we need to be like applaud them in a big way. There are HODs who push their students to write papers and who kind of give them cases and things like that. Yeah, you have the other scenario also. So it's like pretty unpredictable.
Okay. Sir, you have received award. You have been awarded a fellowship of the Royal College of Physicians from UK. So, how do young dermatologists, move their baby steps in the international arena of dermatology?
See, again, it's networking, ma. It's basically all about networking. You know people, and you kind of do well. I had the good opportunity of being offered two fellowships, which I was unable to take. One was in the University of Florida in the year 2010 for a pediatric fellowship. Due to certain circumstances, I couldn't take. Another was that was a one-year fellowship in the University of Florida. Uh, it was in year 2010, I think. Yeah, and the other was in Paris. I think Saint Louis Hospital. That was a 6 month course. Both of them I couldn't take. And now again, if you look at this, basically it was like through people who have been like I've known, like you meet somebody in the thing and you kind of you develop a rapport with them and they kind of do it. So they're the seniors who can help you out. They can guide you. So your seniors always should have the help and you should be in the good books of your seniors so that they are able to guide you. There's like always there is a joy in giving and always they say you also start giving things to people and the same will be reciprocated. It's much joyful to be a giver than rather than a taker. So it just falls in place for me. I managed to get an opportunity to do a observership in UK. So I managed to build some contacts, and then there were like a pretty good number of seniors in India who kind of guided me and helped me in the process. So I'm grateful to all of them. So I hold a FRCP of the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow and also the Royal College of Physicians of London.
Wow, great. Okay.
And we also, I think, sir is little.
Yeah.
I think his net is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Uh,
I think his internet has
yeah.
got blank in between.
You can connect him again.
Yeah, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. But we can't see you, sir.
I am. Okay, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that that this was the. I was not on Wi-Fi. Just now I connected to Wi-Fi. I'm really sorry. This is the. I'm not a very kind of very socially savvy person. So you cannot see me.
No,
No,
sir.
we can't see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
नहीं नहीं वो ये था पता नहीं I have to अरे यार 1 minute. I think it's got to do something with my settings. I need to go to my settings and change it. Uh,
So we have a good audience. Do you guys have any questions for sir?
Because we've asked most of the questions actually. We are left with
Yeah.
1 or 2 questions. Then we can close.
Yeah.
Or we can just continue, I think. You can hear us. I think we'll have to.
So, meanwhile, sir joins. We have a new series coming out starting this Thursday for the residents here. Lights Out, it's called, and it's by Dr. Shreya Diokare, who is a West Zone coordinator of NRCC. And it's about identifying the dermatology lesions without color. In a black and white image, we will give you the site and typical presentations. So please do follow NRCC, turn on the post notifications, and do not miss any updates. It's going to be a great series. And also forward the details to your colleagues as well. And the new residents who will join or who have just joined, who have not yet become a member of IADVL, I request all of them to take the membership and join the NRCC as well. Dr.
I think, yeah, I'm getting the request, but I'm not able to add it. Trying it.
Thank you, Vignesh. Yeah, third is here.
Sorry, it's like I installed Instagram today in this phone. So
Never
when
mind.
the setting they
I think
asked, I said allow camera access
we
only this
got a
time. So
couple
that
of
was the problem.
questions
So now it's
last
like,
time.
yeah,
I think Ashti can ask.
yeah, I'm really sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
just continue.
So, sir, Dr. Varun Kullar has asked that how does your wife or ma'am respond to your hectic schedule? Sir,
I think his internet is not very.
yeah. Hello?
Yeah, tell me, how does my wife? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, how does your wife respond to your hectic schedule?
Dr. Varun
No,
wants
no,
to.
nothing. She's busy in her work, so it's like a pretty kind of thing. She
Mute.
pretty much understands that it's something which because
What to do, ma'am?
Yeah, I think if
she's she's fine actually. She's pretty much. I must appreciate and thank her also. So she's been pretty good with me. I hope she continues to be good with me.
We have to learn from sir that to be grateful for everyone in the life.
Oh yeah,
this
man.
one
No,
more
no. See,
question.
one thing is be grateful for life.
Yeah.
Right.
All
So I think
brothers.
we'll just take one or two more questions because we're already
You
half.
look upon like you look at people who are less blessed than you, and then you realize that you've been blessed in a very abundant manner in life, and uh,
Right.
and and you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to ensure that everybody also is a part of the blessing, and everybody also has some share in that blessing. So when you do that, I think um, it's life is good. Life is beautiful. I think there was a movie called Life is Beautiful. Yeah, life is beautiful.
So on that note, what is your favorite movie? Do you watch movies? And you read novels? What
Do
anything
you have
else?
time to watch? Do you have time to watch movies?
Uh,
Ma-
I really like the Anand movie very much.
ah,
So Anand is, Anand was a very old movie. I don't know you guys would know about it or what.
yes, yes,
It had Rajesh Khanna.
yes, sir. I know.
Yeah. So I don't go to theaters much except when my staff wants to go to theater or when my kid or my wife. In a way, that is good. Even my wife is not very much of a theater person. So unless my kid or my staff time, so really don't go to Netflix and things like that. Also, I'm pretty much not much into it actually.
Uh, I think the network connection is not good with you, sir. Your voice is breaking
1 minute.
actually.
I think we can just take one
Yeah,
more question, and
by Dr. Trinath. Trinath, yeah.
we've already discussed most of the questions.
Or I think we can take that next time, maybe. The sir connection is too.
Again.
Apologies, everyone.
I, I'm really sorry. I apologize. You don't apologize, but no. Uh, the thing is, like, I switched on to the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was bad than the mobile net, so I'm back to the mobile net. Yeah, I think it should be fine now.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
please
I think
continue.
Wi-Fi might have exhausted its usage for the day. Might have.
So there's only one question, one more question from the audience. We'll take that. Dr. Trinath has asked, for clinical methods, which is the best book to follow?
Oh my God. I thought it was something out there. Okay. See, the thing is, uh, I studied in Bangalore. So where we have something called pre-university system. I don't know whether it's there in other states because right now I'm based in Tamil Nadu. So here we have like fixed 11th and 12th like your CBSE schools and things like that. So we have this pre-university course after your 10th. So in this pre-university course, I studied in St. Joseph. So we never had anybody prescribing us this set of textbooks. Those many colleges used to say, okay, read this textbook. So we were free to read whatever we liked. So I never had really one particular textbook to read at all, actually. I used to read from two, three books. Some chapter I used to read in one book, some chapter I used to read in one book. So the same thing continued with MBBS also. Like for example, again I used to have Datta, I used to have Chaudhary for anatomy. So every year it was like one subject. I never used to have one particular book. So it is not really a good way of learning, but somehow whatever I learned stayed with me because I was comfortable reading different chapters and things. So I had earmarked them. So even in dermatology, generally I used to read Andrews a lot. I found Andrews pretty easy, and this one, Andrews and Fitzpatrick's. But my colleagues and my friends, one of my close friend Anup, he was very fond of Rooks, and he was the one of the like in our department the most smartest guy in academics. So he used to rattle out Rooks like anything. I was never much into Rooks. I was more into Andrews and Fitzpatrick's actually. Yeah, and frankly speaking, only during exam time I went to the IADVL textbook.
Right. All right. So on that note, sir, what is your favorite extracurricular book? Anything you recommend us other than studies?
Oh, how can I recommend that to you? It's individual based on choices and things like that. Read whatever gives you happiness. I don't have particular, but I generally love history. I love to read biographies, and this is a practice which I had from childhood. So I generally I'm more into history, and there was one book which I really liked. This was many years I read. There's one Israeli guy actually. He Homo sapiens, yeah. Written multiple books. I
Okay.
think the first book I read of him was Homo sapiens. That was
Hmm.
really a book which I enjoyed reading a lot. Um, so yes, I, I I enjoy history more.
All right.
On that note, I think we have done with most of the questions. We've taken up the audience questions as well. So, should we close, sir? Please.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's okay for you. I'm like, I thought I won't enjoy it, but I think you both made it very enjoyable. So it's good. I'm just happy. Like residence, the only thing is like you try to do something in your residency ship that like really kind of helps you a lot. Like I was pretty active in my residency stage itself, actually. In the sense, my initial thing was like the initial part, the initial few months, I really didn't have a great view in my department because I was one of the earliest to join in my department. So I got a pick of we had two colleges, we had two hospitals. Both were at a distance of 5 kilometers, and I chose a hospital which was close to my home. And you just get to stay 3 months in that particular hospital, whereas the other hospital will get 6 months. So I stayed in that hospital only for 6 months, and I was like kind of took the decision myself, and then I took the decision. I conveyed it to my HOD. So they were really not really happy with the thing. So I didn't really have a great reputation in the first 3 4 months. But once I moved to the main hospital where the HOD of the department stays, somehow I managed to build a pretty good rapport and kind of this one. And there were a few things which kind of really helped me to kind of get a bit of a confidence. Like my HOD used to give a responsibility of we used to do something called DIGS, the Dermatology Invited Guest Lecture Series. So I was involved in coordinating and inviting people, faculty, both local and national. And then one fine day, we were my HOD had gone on a abroad trip, and he had given a job to my assistant professor, and my assistant professor was preoccupied or something. She couldn't really correctly. I was somewhere 8 or 10 months into my residency, the first year, and she said, "Okay, you can do it." That time, the government, I think, I don't know who was in the government. So there was a proposal to convert things into aims, certain things. Then they started building up new aims. So one of the thing was to make my medical college on the aims level. So they had the director had asked to give us a proposal on how to make your department uh, on a bigger scale. And I I almost wrote that proposal single-handedly. I almost I think. And we submitted that proposal. I was just 8 or 10 months into the first year, and nothing came out of it much. But we got an unofficial news from the director's office that the dermatology department's proposal was the second best of all the departments which are submitted. The first was radiology department. And I got to know that the radiology department proposal was written by a professional, right? So this was something which kind of really helped me boost up my confidence, because this was something when my assistant professor told me, "Okay, you do this," I really didn't kind of sulk over it, because it was a lot of work actually, because we had to write up everything from scratch. And but when we got the thing seen from the director of, okay, this was a really good proposal, and after the radiology, this was the second, this was the best. So it kind of what do you say? I think Spice or which one? Never miss an opportunity. There's a tagline. So I
Yeah.
think Resident should keep that tagline in the thing. So never miss an opportunity. So you never know what comes out of what.
That's a wonderful take-home message, I think, for everybody who's here with us. And then we'll be sharing the video. I'm sure we'll have a larger outreach to everybody who
Oh
hasn't.
yeah, yeah. I'm really sorry, because I haven't contributed my part to anything to propagate this. I'm really sorry, Soumya. You have been doing a wonderful job in Rashmi and everybody. Yeah.
You are the most supportive chairperson. I feel like whenever I have to ask anything,
No, my support is always there, but I don't know how much I am on the field with you.
because you have other responsibilities also. You
Yeah,
like managing a lot of things.
yeah, yeah. So are we
All right,
done?
I think we can close now. So thank you, sir,
Yeah,
for
yeah. And happy
spending
Thanks,
your
Deepavali to everybody.
Let's
I
let's
hope.
take a picture.
Yeah,
Let's take a picture.
you take
Sir,
Oh
it.
yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure,
And
sure. Let me tidy up myself. It's the
yeah,
back end of the day in the clinic, and I think I need to look a little presentable. Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go.
yeah, done.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you all. And my thanks goes out. I may not remember the names of all the people in NRC, but I think we have zonal coordinators, and each of the zonal coordinators are doing a wonderful job. And Please forgive me if I'm not able to kind of take up names, but if at all you come across me in any conferences, please come and have a talk with me. I would be delighted to meet you in person, and I'm very grateful to all of you, the training coordinators, for doing the wonderful job that you're doing. In case, even if I'm not able to like come and approach you, please take the liberty of coming and meeting me and having a talk with me. It would be my joy and pleasure to interact with you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you
So
so
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
sir.
that is
Happy
all.
Diwali to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
Diwali.
Diwali,
Hey,
everyone. Thank you so much.
Varun is there. I think there's something to learn from Varun also. So Varun has been a good entrepreneur. So I know him from the time of his like just first presidency days. So see, generally you see something in people where you feel okay, they're doing a wonderful job and they'll do good. So yeah, so he's also been a guy who kind of looks at opportunities and never try to miss any opportunity. Whatever comes your way, take it up with a smile. It will help you in some invisible way in the future. It's not like don't do any job expecting a result out of it, or don't do any job thinking, okay, what am I going to get out of it?
So like,
Some way, it's an investment.
so like
Don't
in
think of an
Gita,
investment. I'm sorry. Don't think of an investment. Just do your best. It will pay back. Okay, that's what I
like,
want to say. Okay.
yes, sir. Sir, in Gita, Bhagwan
Krishna
Krishna, he
Bhagwan.
says, "Karm karo and karm karo
Fal
aur
ki
phal ki
kisi-
mat karo."
No, no, that's very much valid. Never have expectations in life. So whatever you get in life is
Is
always
above.
treat everything you get in life have zero expectations. In your relationships, you have zero expectations. With your friends, you have zero expectations. Have zero expectations in life. Whatever comes your way, you will be grateful for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night.
So,
Happy
good
Diwali.
Yeah,
night.
good night,
Good night,
everybody. Take
everyone.
care. Bye bye. Have a safe Diwali. Bye once again. Bye.
Happy Diwali, everyone. See you next episode, which would be on November, first Friday of November. Please do join
November.
everyone.
November
Yeah,
5th.
November. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.